What's going on, family? Live and direct on the air, live and direct on the air. Y'all know the brand, freedom is a must. Freedom is definitely a must. Hoping everybody's well, everybody's safe, everybody's healthy. Everybody living for the day, because tomorrow's never promised. So I'm tired of hearing on the news all the time that prisoners or inmates assaulted corruption officers in the prisons. But they never want to say what provoked that situation. Why did the inmate or the prisoner or prisoners or inmates decided to flip on this corruption officer or on a few correction officers while they was out in rec or wherever it was at? I'm going to put a video right now, right behind this right here. I want you to see, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk to you about this video so you can see how they do provoke prisoners and inmates, and then they want to put it that, you know, it's the other way around, and it shouldn't be like that, man. And they've been getting over for this for many, many years, man, and this got to stop, and we need to stay, get together and stay together to stop this bullshit that they're doing, man. It's not always that inmates all of a sudden want to assault a correction officer because he was bored. He has something to do. But maybe if you get fucking programs that are real programs, accredited programs, that even when they come outside, they can use these programs for work and stuff like that. And, maybe there's no prison assault and stuff like that. But when you in there and you give these people no program, these ART and all these other bullshit programs that mean nothing, they boring programs, people get bored and they start to do things. But check this out, and I'm going to come right back to you on this.
Distract and attack. Security video from inside the Souza Baranowski Correctional Center shows how an inmate brutally ambushed a prison guard Wednesday. In the video released by the Massachusetts Correction Officers Union, you can see the prisoner leaning against a wall as the officer walks by. It appears another inmate grabs his attention, and that's when the inmate attacks with a blow straight to the guard's face. The officer takes several hits before he's able to pin the inmate down, but then a second inmate jumps in, followed by another guard. It becomes an all-out brawl, ending with 5 guards injured and 3 inmates transferred to another facility.
This looked like it was a planned attack. It almost like some sort of retaliation.
As the targeted officer remains hospitalized with a punctured lung and a dozen stab wounds, his union is now taking aim at prison leadership. They're calling for a full security audit at every state prison. The union claims the Department of Correction has ignored its warnings about increased violence for years. They provided these examples of some of the 70-plus makeshift weapons seized from Souza Baranowski over the last 3 months alone.
You can take whatever steps that you can take.
Donald Leach is a prison security expert who worked in correctional facilities for nearly 40 years. While he says it's vital for administrators to investigate this attack and determine a motive, eliminating all weapons from prisons, he says, would be nearly impossible.
Human beings are creative, and they get very creative when there's a need.
So y'all saw the video. As you can see, one prisoner caused the corruption officer to look that way, so the other prisoner assault the corruption officer in the prison. So after he assaults and stabs the corruption officer, you see he's beating up on him. This is personal, and you're going to see why this right here was personal. As the other police come in to take the officer off of the prisoner off of the officer, you see that one of the corruption officers yoke the dude that assaulted the other officer. And while he's yoking him, he's still trying to attack the first police that he assaulted from the beginning. Why is that? That only show you that this police did some dirty shit, and he was looking for this. He did some dirty shit like what? What can they possibly do to get us tied up in there? Mail call. The dude could have had mail, and his mail been thrown in the garbage by this officer when it's time to give out the mail. It could have been commissary. Commissary sheets come in. This officer threw his commissary sheet away, and them told them there's no commissary sheet. You know what I'm saying? To get at this prisoner, because they feel that when they in these positions, they could do what they want to do, and they could fuck us up in there. So it could have been his commissary sheet that they threw away, or his mail. It could have been that when police go by to tell you child wreck, they come by and say that, and while you in the cell, you say the same thing, child wreck, and they mark you off child and wreck to go to child and wreck. When it comes chow time, they ain't crack your cell. You beefing behind the bars Like, yo, what the fuck going on? I put down for that. No, you ain't put down for it. Yeah, I did. And you know damn well you put down for child. All right, so you let that go. But then now rec come in, and now they ain't letting you out for rec. And now you really uptight now. You upset because you know you damn well for child and rec. And if you made a mistake that didn't put down for child, you definitely put down for rec. So now you know that this is how the police get back at the prisoners up in there, and they fuck with your time, and they provoke you to get you to do something stupid, to go to the box to assault them, to get new time and never make it home. You know what I'm saying? So these are little things that they do. On top of that, they do other things. So yeah, so they provoke you to do things to get you to do a new bid, not to go home, not to this, not to that. And they do other things. From many things that they do, man, they do so much shit. Let's go back to this. They do the situation when you on a draft bus to go on the draft. You go on a draft bus, you can't talk in a fucking bus. You got 8 hours that they trying to beat the system on, and you got eight hours on the bus, man. You know, come on, man. It's human, inhuman not to let somebody talk up in there for 8 hours. So what they do is they tell you shut the fuck up. When you talk again, that they feel they're talking so loud because they can't sleep. In the front, the officers can't sleep, and you're not allowing them to sleep. So what they do is they say, listen, your bags could get lost, your property could get lost by the time you get to the other jail. Now, how fucked up is that? So you get to the other spot, 3 days coming, everybody got their property. You ain't got no property. They say, yo, your property ain't come. What you mean? I see my property come on the bus when I left at the other jail. So what they do is they took your property back, and to the facility that you left from, they give it to the porters. They say, yo, listen, take what you need. The rest, throw it in the garbage. And mind you that your mother could have sent you letters and pictures when she was still alive, but she passed away. And these are sentimental things that you had, letters, pictures from your sons, from your mother, your father. They might have passed away. These are sentimental things that you held on to, and these motherfuckers came and lost your shit. They lost your transcripts, your minutes, knowing that shit costs thousands and thousands of dollars to get all that shit back, man. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that they do. What are the things? I explained in one of my videos in the past. They come by when you're in the box, being that the camera's facing them while they walk into the box towards your door, towards your cell, but the camera doesn't see inside your cell. So they come by, they open your slot, they act like they putting the food up in there and say, oh, you don't want to eat? Oh, no problem. They take the food back, they close the slot, and at the same time, you from the inside, because the camera can't really hear that, you screaming to my, yo, I ain't say that. I say, yeah, feed me, give me my food. Fuck you mean I said no? I ain't say no. And they keep on to the next thing and they burn you. Another thing that they do, they come and they know they don't like you. So what they do is they know you got beef with a dude that's 4 cells away while you keep locked. And they know it's only 3 or 4 dudes into a cell. So what they do is they burn the 2 dudes next to you so you can end up in the ballpen with the other dude that you got the beef with. Now they go into the yard. Now it's a big ride in the 4-man pen, you know, over because the police set that up. That's how they do that. So they do all these things to try to fuck us up in there, man. When they hate us, when they dislike us, when they don't want us to get home or to do the right thing to get home and to stay positive, you know, in there, because it's supposed to be corrections, not corruption. So it's all about corruptions in there because they want us to stay corrupt so they can have a job. So when you go back out, you come back in again. They don't want us to be corrected from the situation that we had came into prison in order for us to get back home again to our families and with whatever we have left in life, man. So, you know, there's many more things that they could provoke you with. Everybody who's been in prison, y'all know that I'm talking facts, real shit, real talk. And for those that want to disagree because they've never been in jail and they've been watching these fucking movies on TV, you know that you could disagree, you could comment all the bullshit you want. But I know, I've been there, I've done it, I know the situation, and everybody else that have been there, comment in the bottom of this, man. And state that this is facts, man. You know, and state other things that you know that you've been through, that these corruption also has done to you while you was in there to stop your time, to fuck your time up and all that stuff there, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they doing it. They continue to do it. And why they continue to do it? Because a lot of brothers come home, they forget about all that abuse. They don't get together in unity with other brothers that came home to go back and stop this shit. to go against the Department of Corruptions to stop these situations that's going up in there. We get home and we think that, we left there already. Let's forget about all this shit already. Let bygones be bygones. But you fuck it up because the other people that's in there will continue to go in there, because times in the streets is hard, man. People got to do what they got to do to eat, to feed their family. So it's hard. So eventually, whatever they're doing, if it's illegal, they got to go back into jail. They're going to get caught. And they got to, go do what they got to do. So in going to do what they got to do, they go into the same situations we went through, and we need to support them, man. Because, when you're a real prisoner, a real inmate, you know what I'm saying? You don't forget your comrades that are real comrades, not the rat niggas, not none of that. And another situation, too, is this. The corruption officers go get other motherfuckers, these rat niggas, to throw things in your cell while you in the wreck or you in China to set you up. So them after the rat nigga that work for the police, brown noser, all up in their rectum, they come and they throw something in your cell. So when you come back, the police say, I'm doing a search. They search your cell and they catch a banger and they put you in a box. So be careful for these motherfuckers, man. But comment on the video. Let me know what you think about this video, about what I'm saying. If it's real shit, real talk. If it happened to you, if you experienced it before while you was locked up. And let's get this going, man. Let's stop this abuse with these motherfucking corruption officers throughout all the states that they're trying to do shit to us, man, and stop us from coming home, stop us from doing positive things, coming to our families, and doing things that they violating the oath that they took into going into these jobs that they having, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'll see y'all later. Stay safe. Enjoy your day. Y'all already know freedom is a must. Freedom is definitely a must. Peace. Make sure y'all subscribe to the page, man. YouTube, freedom is a must. TikTok, Instagram, live and direct on the air. But most of my YouTube, which is freedom is a must. And my TikTok, live and direct on the air. Peace.